When you just scored 0, I ain't gonna stop the boys from scoring. I'm not gonna stop them. You know, we was on the other side of it last week, and it felt a certain way, and hey, no apologies here.
Las Vegas Raiders on the road, hoping to give their arch rival a case of the moon days. They bring the hottest offense in the land with them.
2nd and goal. Myers is going to throw. Touchdown. Touchdown number 7 for the Raiders.
It became a frenzy, right? And you saw it on defense, you saw it on offense. Special teams jumped in it.
They are in Kansas City, the Chiefs avoiding a 3-game losing streak with a win over New England last week.
We have to continue to get better and better, and we're playing the Raiders. We're playing great football coming up, so we have to continue to learn and improve.
Kansas City now with a 2-game cushion in the AFC West. Patrick Mahomes finally coming off a 300-plus yard passing game, 2 touchdowns.
Mahomes into the flats for McKinnon. Jerick McKinnon's got a touchdown.
Was it a flawless game? No, he threw 2 INTs. Well, he kind of threw 2. Kadarius Toney kind of threw the other.
Over the middle, Toney juggles, and it's picked by Jelani Tavai.
So in pickup basketball, there's a point where if you keep passing the ball to the chucker who's 0 for 7, but he thinks he's Jordan, it's not on him anymore. It's on you, bro.
We'll see how things go. I'm not down on Toney. He does some good things.
Mahomes' trust for wide receiver Rashee Rice keeps growing, though. Comes in off a Principal Rooney special. Targeted 9 times. Caught 9 balls. 91 yards and a TD.
He'll step up into the pocket. Throws it late middle. Caught. 25-yard line. Rice.
Him and Travis Kelce, usually the lead men in Kansas City's passing attack. Kelce was quiet versus New England. Maybe he felt bad for missing the big Blake Lively B-Day bash, right? But he and Rice had big games versus the Raiders when they played earlier this year.
Underneath, Rice on the move. Deep block by Marquez. That is Scantling. That is a Kansas City touchdown.
Chiefs won that Week 12 game 31-17. It was one of the few times Kansas City's offense looked right. Mahomes threw for almost 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks, a rating over 120. Rice had over 100 yards and a score. Kelce 91 yards.
1st and 10, Mahomes. Smith the block and downfield he goes. Caught by Kelce.
Vegas needs more from its Mad Max-led pass rush if they hope to flip the script. They only sacked Mahomes once in that game, only hit him twice. And that wasn't fluky based on where KC ranks in sacks taken. Mahomes hasn't taken many in 2023.
Mahomes looking deep on the first play, and he drops it in for Noah Gray.
Raiders pass rush with a low sack total for the year, but they do come off a 3-sack outing.
Now pressure off the edge. Head drill from behind. Ball is out. Goes with the shot. And big man running. John Jenkins is going to score.
Crosby didn't have one either. If he and the others ever unite in one game, look out. Raiders secondary Mahomes faces gave up 3 touchdowns to Easton Stick. After it didn't matter. They picked him off once. Did give up a rating over 110 though. Raiders play versus quarterbacks this year in mid-territory.
And an interception on the first pass. It's Jack Jones.
Amazing.
It's a pick six.
Amazing.
Biggest difference between the Raiders Kansas City faced before and the one they face this week, the ride. Traded in the 72 Gremlin for a Porsche 911 Turbo S.
O'Connell on first down, going to throw. He's got all day. Lobs it to the end zone. Open receiver. Caught it. Touchdown Raiders.
Or maybe they got a Bugatti Chiron Supersport or Bugatti Chiron Supersport. Big car guy, can you tell? I did not have to Google fastest car from 0 to 60. I know both those rigs go from 0 to 62 in 2.7 seconds or less, and I know the Raiders offense can go from 0 to 63 in just one game.
Just got to move on from everything that happened on Sunday was great for us.
He takes the snap, fakes it to O'Connell. He's going to run left. He's got blockers at the 20, ball into the 10, sideline 5, touchdown Raiders.
Every phase did a really good job, and it was really fun to watch and fun to be a part of.
Only the 1930-something Eagles put up more points after being shut out, but that shouldn't count since it was against a baseball team, the Cincinnati Reds. Vegas did it against an actual football team, the fuel to their outburst, defense taking the ball away a fat 5 times.
To the 30-yard line with Joshua Kelly. That ball is out as well. Raiders think they have it. They do.
Probably best to tell all Kansas City food handlers, do not spit on Aiden O'Connell's burger this week. He's already riled up plenty enough, coming off his best career start. Almost 250 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks, a rating over 120.
He's going to throw. Lobs it near side, looking for Myers. Leaps and grabs. Jacoby Myers, touchdown!
It was the Dimpa-sized version of AOC, and it only cost a quarter more, too. Can Vegas's line give O'Connell time? He got good protection versus LA. Kansas City's pass rush, much stronger than the Chargers, though. 4 more bags added to their top 5 total last week.
Chiefs again bring an extra man or two, and they're going to get there.
Chiefs secondary has to figure out how to keep Davante Adams in check, of course. He finally had a 100-plus yard game last week. Only second time he's cracked it this year, first time since week 3.
It's caught, first down, and a whole lot more. Davante Adams.
O'Connell targeted Adams 12 times versus the Chargers. Mr. Taco Bell has seen double-digit looks 4 of the last 5 games, so he's still the starting point to the Raiders' passing attack, even if his production hasn't been eye-popping.
Play action for O'Connell, over the middle. Davante's open at the 25, inside the 20.
Adams went for 73 yards versus Kansas City in their first meet. O'Connell has put up 2 100-plus rate games in their last 3. The other recent triple-digit rate game against Kansas City.
Chiefs bring 4, over the middle. Wide open man at the 15. Myers brings a tackle at the 5, and he's in.
Chiefs secondary didn't have any issues with Bailey Zappi, very few do, but they've been tough on plenty of other QBs as well, holding them to an 85.9 rate for the year.
4th and 4, they'll go for it. Zappi out of his own end zone, throws incomplete.
Raiders' rush attack hasn't looked great most games this season. One of the few times it did was versus the Chiefs. Josh Jacobs went for over 100 yards in that game. Then last week, with Jacobs out hurt, Zamir White got his first start, 4.1 a carry, a touchdown, 69 yards. Vegas's rush attack hit at 4.8 a run.
Zamir White showed patience in the backfield, bounces off a defender, into the secondary.
For what it's worth, Chiefs held New England and Zeke in check along the ground week 15. Not especially strong versus the run in 2023, though. Isn't this the same guy that does all the NFL throwback explain stuff? How does he not know the Cincinnati Reds were an NFL team at one point? Raiders trying to pull out a Grinch, prevent the Chiefs from getting any presents on the big day, even though they have no horse in the race. That would be a present the black hole wouldn't soon forget. What do you think? Tell everyone in the comments section. We will roll out with the panel of 10 and a happy football and Merry New Year to all.